I am so excited. Good friend of mine who's going to be speaking at REFACon called me up and he said, Scott, the most amazing thing has happened. I was like, what? And he says, Yale, the MBA class, business training, has called me and they said they want me to speak, train their people on our concepts of how you can become a Lifeonaire. And now let me back up a little bit. What Sean McCloskey, who's going to be speaking at Lifeonaire, does, good friend of mine, he teaches people not only how to invest in real estate, and he's in huge demand for real estate investing, specifically short sales, but he also has experienced what it's like to work your guts out year in, year out, and then start going, is this all there is? And he actually, and then you hit the skids, and then you make it back, and a lot of you out there are going like, yeah, I know that story, it's my story. And he said what he did was he got together, a really good friend of his, Steve Cook, who's an outstanding investor as well in his own right, and they created this program called Lifeonaire. Obviously, they said, because we got to have something that's more than just a millionaire. I mean, we're playing a much bigger game than that. And so they came up with Lifeonaire. I thought that's a fantastic name. And on top of it, so they started sharing this story and this training with other people, and they got rave reviews. And more people started joining up in basically a movement. And they started doing live events. And then they just came out with their book. It's on Amazon. It's a bestseller. Not one of the ones where it's, it's bestseller for a minute. It's a true bestseller, getting rave reviews. Look and just check out the reviews for yourself. And so I'm so happy for Sean. And he says, but you know what? Even better than that. He says, Scott, I want to take it to a whole new level. This is an opportunity. When you get an opportunity like this, you've got to strike while the iron is hot. And he says, you know what? I'm not going to have this chance again. And he says, I want to have a bigger, more successful, a lot more people at my event. I said, fantastic. What can I do to help? He says, well, I believe in what you're doing as well. That's why I gave you the video. That's why, I do joint ventures and I use private money and I do, get investors. And he says, so that's why I was here anyway. This is going to work for both of us. He says, I want to make you a deal. He says, I want to have a huge event. I want you to have a huge event. So he says, I'm going to give you one of my Get a Life trainings where I teach all the Lifeonaire principles. They're sold out all across the country and they're just getting so amazing reviews. He says, I'm going to give you a free ticket for everybody who buys a REFACon ticket. I was like, that's amazing, buddy. And I said, thank you. He says, that's not all. He says, I want to give them one of my books. He says, I need to spread the message. He says, when you're on a mission, when you're out there to transform the world, which is what Sean is, it's, you truly are going way beyond millionaire. And so I said, thank you, buddy. And so that's what you're going to get when you come to REFACon. You're going to get a 3-day training called Get a Life, based upon the Lifeonaire principles with Sean McCloskey and Steve Cook. And in addition to that, I've got some other great friends. Jack Sternberg said almost the same thing as far as like, you know what? I believe in what you do. He says, it's going to be a win for me because anything that helps you succeed, it's going to help me succeed. He has a thing called the Noteworthy Convention. It is the place on the planet if you want to find out information about how to buy notes, sell notes, defaulted notes, performing notes, anything about notes. And it's a huge industry and it's fantastic for those of you who are interested in that area. And it's $299. He said, I'll tell you what, I want you to do great. I'm going to throw this in for free. Anybody signs up for REFACon. I was like, I got great friends. And I said, I've got to reciprocate. And so what I did was, I said, I'm going to throw in a 1-year membership in REFA. So not only do you get all the benefits of that, you get the discounts, but you're going to get the reviews of all the different programs out there, but you're also going to get access to deals and access to money. And I'm putting that in as well for free. And so the last thing is, I just want to say is you're going to have the ability to get in here at using that coupon that you got from your friends. You're going to be able to use that coupon and get it at a price that's unbelievable. I'm not allowed even to put it out in the public domain. But use that coupon and see what kind of discount you can get because it's going to blow your mind. I look forward to meeting you, seeing you, and helping you be successful at REFACon.